Hello, everyone, and welcome to your show of Cook and Bake with Samir. Today, we're going to make a special dessert. We're going to make a red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. I sprayed two 8-inch pans with cooking oil, or you can use the butter spray or whatever method you prefer. And I also put a parchment paper in there and also sprayed that as well. So let's start here. I have 1 1/4 cup of flour, but today I'm going to be making it gluten-free. And so what I have in here is 1 to 1. But if you want to make it regular, use regular flour. It's fine. So I'm going to sift it in here. And I also have in here 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And after we're done sifting, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add them in there and sift them together. And now that I sifted all my dry ingredients in here, I'm going to whisk them together and mix them up. And then we're going to start with another group of kind of a moist but dry ingredient too. So we'll set this on the side for our next move. Here I have in my stand mixer 1 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And to that, I'm going to add at room temperature 4 ounces of butter. So really the whole stick. And then I'm going to mix it at medium speed for about 2 minutes until they're creamed together. And then I will stop it, scrape the sides, mix it for another 2 minutes. So, all right, let's start here. Very nicely here. They're mixing together. And I've already preheated my oven at 325 as well. And also, next, what I'm going to have in here is I have a cup of milk at room temperature with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. After we get these done, I also have 2 eggs set outside for them to be at room temperature so we can add them. As you can see how the brown sugar is mixing up with the butter, they're going to become creamy and ready for our wet ingredients shortly. Okay, it's been 2 minutes now. Let's scrape the sides and get the sugar down, and then there's like a little bit of butter up here. So I wanted to show you so you could see what we're doing and not just scraping behind the scenes, so you'll have an idea about what's going on. As usual, you know, I'd like to show you. And there we go. Nice. This is looking good. They're looking really creamy. And then really I'm going to lower the speed to 1 because I want to add the eggs to this slowly. There we go. And while these are whisking for the minute, what I have in here is the milk with the 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. I used whole milk here because I'm using the flour, which is gluten free. We're going to also add to it 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of the red food coloring. Nice. It's going to give it that special red color. Whoopsie. A little, there we go. Let's whisk them together here. Look at that beautiful color down there, huh? I like it. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm lowering the speed right now to 1 because I want to add the eggs slowly. Like to add them like one at a time. There we go. And let it mix in there a little bit before we add the second one. I'm just gonna let it mix maybe about 20 seconds or so. All right, there we go. We'll add the second one. Nice. I'm gonna let it mix. Then I'm going to scrape it a little bit. This is nice. Here, let's stop it, scrape it a little bit here. Get that creamy mixture in there. Okay, now that our eggs and sugars are mixing well in there, I'm going to start adding, I'm going to alternate between our dry and wet ingredients here. So I have a quarter cup here and I have it on low speed. So probably going to put about half a cup in there and make sure these are remixed well again. We want to make sure we don't get the red coloring on us as well, you know. So there, I'm just gonna add a little bit, be careful with the coloring. Now what I'm going to do is let it mix for about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm going to stop it, scrape it, then start it again and continue the process until I'm done with all the ingredients. I want to end with my dry, uh, just like I started with my dry ingredients. But look how beautiful the mixture is starting to become in there, looking yummy over there. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to scrape and add the dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, and then we'll come back and we'll put them in our pan and start baking. That everything's been mixed together. Total time when I started adding dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, in what, about 5 minutes max or so. And I moved the stand mixer so we can have space here. So now our mixture here, we're going to divide it into two to put them into both pans. So there, we'll start here. Try to make them even. There we go. All right. I like this spatula here. It's a good size and also it goes around the whole mixing bowl as well. There we go. It's again, this is just to let you know, it's not going to be very thick, but with all the ingredients, it's going to grow to where we need it to grow. And again, we're cooking it at, uh, or baking it at 325. I'm going to set the oven, I'm sorry, the timer for 30 minutes. It's going to take 30 or 35. It all depends. We'll have to check it just like we check any other cake. Make sure everything is okay. And we'll go from there. And because each oven is different. So there. Those are right around even. Actually, I want a little bit here. I want to show you. See, I put a little too much there. So I took from here and put it there. Just don't tell anyone. There we go. And I hope everybody's been enjoying our different cooking and baking recipes. And here we go. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. We have our oven, as I said, at 325. We're going to bake them on the middle shelf. So you need to see how your oven is for the setting. We're going to bake it, set the timer for 30 minutes. And we're going to start working on our cream cheese frosting. All right, let's go. Now our cake is in the oven. I have in here 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, a stick of butter, or 4 ounces, or half a cup. And I also have 2 cups of powdered sugar. And it's very important. For some reason, the camera froze during recording. Here, what I did was I mixed the cream cheese and the butter all together for about 2 minutes before I started adding the powdered sugar. There we go. And I wanted to make sure they were creamy together before I started adding the powdered sugar. Nice. It's mixing together very good. I just scraped it, and I just added about half a cup of sugar here. But I'm going to do it on low, because if you do it fast, it's going to go all over the place. I'm going to let it go for about 30 seconds, then scrape it, then add another half a cup, then do the same thing, scrape it. This will also take us about 6 minutes or so, but it's coming together really nice. All right. After I put the final batch of powdered sugar, and now I have it on medium speed, and look how creamy everything is. It's beautiful, but also I want to remind you, you don't just scrape the sides. Take the spatula and go dig underneath it, obviously when you have everything stopped. So now, just to avoid splattering things everywhere, we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract here to add that special flavor. Let me start it on low a little bit here, and there we go. We'll get it all mixed up together, then I'll scrape it, we'll take it up, take it out, put it in a bowl. I'm going to refrigerate it, but we need it kind of close to room temperature when we want to put it over the cake. And by the way, it smells so nice right now in the kitchen from the cake. It's beautiful. We only have 3 minutes left on the cake. Okay, our cakes have been here for a half hour. Remember, these are gluten-free. But again, you can use the same flour for both. Looks clear. Let me look one more time. We don't want it dry, but we don't want it wet. No, it's fine. Half hour is good. Turn it off. But I want to do something here. Let's try our frosting quickly. Let's see how it is. See our cream cheese frosting over here? Let's try it and make sure it's good. This is always an excuse for you after you finish it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Wow. If you go to like a fancy restaurant and you're going to get whether a red velvet cake or a carrot cake, the cream cheese is excellent. It's smooth. It's yummy. It's not sweet. It's not does not savory. It's just excellent. It's perfect. Uh, this is going to be excellent with our cakes. And we're going to take our cakes, set them on the side for 10 minutes before we put them on a cooling rack for another hour. Okay? Don't eat too much frosting, huh? Save it for the cake. See you soon. Welcome back. Um, we're going to have today red velvet cake with mashed potatoes. This is our cream cheese frosting. Um, they've been resting for an hour. They're ready for us to be frosted. I took this out about 15 minutes. Usually, if you make it and time yourself well, you only had to refrigerate it for 10 minutes before it's ready to go on, but I had it in the refrigerator. As you saw, this was ready right when they pretty much came out of the oven, and I didn't want to leave it out. But anyway, and we tasted it together, and it was really good, as you know. So we're going to start putting our frosting here because this is the gluten-free type of flour we're using. It doesn't rise like the regular flour, by the way. So I'm not going to cut them in half to make 4 layers or to make 2 cakes. I'm just going to use one each, put them on top of each other, and have just 2-layer cake because of the. But they're really, you could feel them. They're moist. They're here. Let me get this out of the way real quick. You could see it's really, it feels just like a regular cake. It's not. It should taste really good. So let's not waste any more time, and let's start frosting. Yum 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 here. Okay, let's use this one. A little more. Okay, so we're going to put. I like frosting with my cake, so I'll make it a little bit thick, probably about quarter of an inch or so, and then we'll add the other one in. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it upside down. I was gonna say inside out as a joke, but here are our cakes. Make sure they're lined up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't wait to try it because I just go like this. See, all I have to do is go here and boom. But I see what you mean. That here we go. I purposely look what I did. I let the cream cheese. It's a trick that I sometimes like to do when I want to do it today. And I let it kind of mix with the top with the cake. And then I kind of scraped it with it. And look how it put all these little dots in the cake. It looks like if you had vanilla in there, like real vanilla in there or something. Yeah, it's really nice for the look. Okay. One little more here. Then we can do the sides. The camera crew said they can't wait to try. So here we go. Ta-da. See, it's all covered, right? Oh, I couldn't get away with it. Those picky camera crew. All right, let's make it good here. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything fancy with it. I'm just going to cover it with all this delicious cream cheese frosting. Uh, by the way, this is the same. You can use this same cream cheese frosting for some carrot cakes as well. And as you know, carrots are good for the eyes. So if you make lots of carrot cakes, I think it helps. The eye doctor gave me a dirty look when I told him my vision is getting better because of the carrot cake. So we're going to finish this up, try it, and come back and eat it. Maybe the whole thing. We're ready to see how our velvet cheesecake with our homemade cream cheese frosting is going to taste like. Oh, it cuts through like velvet. Because it is red velvet cheesecake. Not cheesecake, but red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. All right. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right. I think I am ready to eat. We are ready to eat. You are right. We are ready to eat. Beautiful, beautiful. Mm. Mhm. That cake, I can't tell it's gluten free. Let me just, in case, I'm going to try another slice. In case I messed up on the first one. They don't believe me. Camera crew thought the second bite was theirs. I'm serious. I could just go through it and eat it right now. But I'll be nice. This time, here you go. Hmm. No, it's really, it's really good. Well, I'm glad you joined me today. I hope you try this. But again, if you use regular flour, it's going to rise more, so you'll be able to cut it in half. But you can't tell that it's gluten free. Also, it's moist. It's that cream cheese frosting is excellent. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Um, Thank you for joining me today. And don't forget to subscribe and see if you don't hit that bell button, you'll miss all these goodies. I'll be just eating it by myself. You guys won't be able to join me. See? Well, the camera crew said we will be eating together, but you guys will miss it. All right. And I always enjoy hearing from everyone. Again, thank you very much for subscribing and following me and giving me ideas or things you'd like me to do for you. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.